Hey guys, what's up? It's Rapid. Since the school year is coming to a close, I figured I'd make a video about the best teacher I've ever had, or at least the best teacher that I can remember. I've had so many teachers. Maybe my kindergarten teacher was the best teacher I ever had, I don't know. But also I'm hoping that you guys could leave comments like what's the best teacher you've ever had. I'm genuinely curious to hear about this, and like what made them good. Did they like give you lollipops? I always like the lollipop teachers. Those are like the best teachers. But no, this is my best teacher I've ever had. So I guess in order to even start this, I have to explain that, you know, I'm in school for programming, to be a computer programmer. I'm in a computer science is my major, so I learn about computer stuff. And the best teacher that I probably ever had was my data structures teacher. What data structures kind of is it's like imagine how in your room you have a drawer to hold shit in there. Well, computers do that too. And that's what data structures are. And basically that's what he teaches. It was data structures and algorithms, which is actually like, that was like crazy, like it was a crazy experience for me, because that's when I learned how like super important like algorithms are. Like I learned searching and sorting algorithms, which is crazy because like think about Google. Like what is Google? They're just like a search engine, and yet they're like the biggest company on the internet because searching for shit is like that important. Like imagine when you look up at the sky and you see like all these little stars, like imagine those are all like websites. Like how are you gonna find something in all of that like mess? That's why like you have to, you know search algorithms and stuff. I don't know, I'm a little bit of a tangent. But anyway, my search algorithms teacher, probably my best teacher of all time. He was this old guy. He's old but not too old. He was kind of like he had a bad hip. He's that kind of old, but he was still like kind of cool, and he would like crack jokes. But he had like a reputation for being like the worst teacher, bar none, out of all teachers in the entire school. Okay, so the average like class size in any class is, especially computer science class, is like 20-30 people. That's how many people are typically in a class. In his class, there were 4 people. Nobody wanted to be in his class. I'm sorry, I'm clipping a little bit. I don't know what's up with my microphone. It's been doing that. But nobody wanted to be in his class. There were 4 people in his class. And I'm just like in this classroom with like 3 other people. Like, oh, okay, this should be fun. So yeah, we do that, and basically he was just like this old guy. He was kind of gray hairish a little bit. Sometimes he had a bad hip and he had to just like stretch his leg like in the middle of a lecture or whatever. But he always made like super hilarious jokes. Sadly, I can't remember any of them. I don't remember much from that class, even though it was just last semester. But he was the best teacher I ever had, because he actually taught me stuff. Like, in one way, I can see why no one wanted to be in his class, because he sort of took the most complicated way to sort of do everything, and his exams were just like, what the fuck even is this? Is this like an application to apply for a job at NASA, or is this like an exam or something? Because I can't tell the difference. And I totally like completely bombed the first like exam. I failed it so badly that I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe this is why there's no one in this classroom. And it was, I don't know, it was an interesting sort of thing. But that was the first time I ever like failed something, and it made me want to like pass, because I'm like, I know the stuff. It's like, it's not even like super complicated stuff. I know the stuff, and I just want to, like, I guess do better a little bit. So like that was like, you know how they say, like, you know, if you're challenged, then it'll make you want to try harder. Yeah, people say that shit, but that shit isn't true 90% of the time. This was the first time probably in my life that I was ever like, whoa, how am I not getting this? Just because he was such a, like, a cool and funny and, like, relatable guy. Like, he was just cool and funny and relatable, and he understands it. So why can't I understand it? He's just like me. So if he gets it, why can't I get it? He's just another, like, person. I'm a person. I'm a human, I'm pretty sure. So I should be able to do it. So then I went home and I did something I never did before. And I actually studied for something. I studied. I mean, I don't know. I've never really had to study. But for this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually sort of try to understand this. So I go home, I study, and then the next exam comes up, and I do pretty okay. I think, I can't remember what I got. It was like okay. And then the next grade after that, I got like I don't know, just above average. He massively curved, you know, the scores, because like no matter what, nobody got like great scores on his exams, because this guy's like a maniac. He's like the mad scientist. He's like the one like teacher that like kind of went insane just a little bit, but he was like an awesome like person, and he was like super funny in class. So he curved the scores like massively. So I ended up getting like a B in his class, which was crazy, because like that was like such a like inspiring moment for me. It was like, I'm actually good at something, because like nobody wants to be in this guy's class. Everybody is like so intimidated of this guy, and you know what? I got a B. I got a B in his class, so take that. And I don't know, it sort of like made you feel like it was like a real life experience. It wasn't like a shitty like school experience. Like, you know how school is like, you just come here, sit in the desk, sit perfectly still, and I'll talk at you for like 5 months, and then you'll pretend like you learned something. Whereas this was sort of like, it was like a real experience. Like, he was like a real human being, and I was like, whoa, this guy is so cool, and he knows stuff. I can also know stuff as well. So I don't know, I'd have to say that was like my best teacher ever. I really want to know like what you guys think is your best teacher like ever. Although I should mention, yeah, close second for best teacher ever would have to be, I guess, my biology teacher this semester. He's super cool. I like him because he is like, once again, because he's like a real like person. Like, he's a human. He's not like Robotron teacher 9000. I will enter the classroom and spew data into your face. Like, he really like actually like, I don't know, he made it like a real thing. It wasn't like a stupid like school thing. And also, he was like the most organized teacher I've ever seen in my life. Like, he had all of his lessons like already pre-made, and they were all like available. Like, the first day you show up to class, you have access to like all of his lessons, and you could just like go ahead if you want to. You could go backwards, which in the end sort of like helps you out if you want to like, you know, study ahead and like get like super good grades on your exams, like I did. Yeah, and also I would sort of want to respond a little bit. I told myself I wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it, because yesterday, well, I guess it's yesterday for me. I don't know when I'll upload this, but some of you guys were commenting, not even a lot of people, but like a minority of people were saying like, whoa, Rapid, you need to slow down and stay in school, buddy, because you need to get good grades so you can get a good job. And I'm like, dude, I'm like an A student and shiz. Like, the reason why I was saying like I don't have to like go to finals is because like, if you get 3 good grades, they give you 4 exams. If you get 3 good grades, they just drop whatever the lowest exam is. So if you get 3 good grades, you don't even have to go to the thing. You don't even have to go to the last one. that's like the whole point of it. That's why they do it that way, is like if you're like a hardworking person or whatever, then you can just sort of, I don't know, have some time off. You know, it's that kind of school where they kind of try to like reward you if you like are hardworking and blah blah blah. Lots of nonsense like that. So don't worry about me. I'm okay. I'm not gonna drop out of school to be a YouTuber, at least not yet. But no, I'm just saying, like, I want to, you know, focus on YouTube a little bit more often, because obviously that is, you know, it's like an outlet. Like, school is bad for you. Too much school is bad for you. I don't care what anyone says. Too much school, not a good idea. You need to be able to relax and just be a normal human being. And whether that means like collecting hats in a virtual game, or, you know, actually having a teacher that's like a real person, you know, that's what's really gonna make you sort of grow as a person, rather than memorizing equations or something like that. So I don't know, I guess that's it.